Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Erica Polovich and I am the program coordinator at the University of Regina Conservatory of Performing Arts. With the end of 2021 here in sight, the Conservatory is excited in 2022 to actually be entering our 110th year of creating arts education opportunities to all ages and abilities. So thank you for joining us today and being a part of that long history. Before we begin our performances, I would first like to begin by acknowledging the land that we have the privilege to make art, create music, and be together on. Most of our staff and the U of R is situated on the territories of the Nahiwak, Anishinaabe, Dakota, Lakota, and Nakota, and this is the homeland of the Métis Nation. The University of Regina is on Treaty 4, but we also have some presence in Treaty 6, and the wonderful thing about virtual streaming and remote performances, everyone can wave to the camera at the back. We're on Zoom right now. Hello! I saw that there are some people on the call tonight. So feel free to share those that are on the Zoom call in the chat where you're joining us from. I'd love to know where you are. But we hope through your family's participation in our programs this fall, you've come to know firsthand how important it is to learn through the arts and how participation in performing arts can be a really great pathway to positive growth and development, and especially with these past 2 years. Well, we've experienced so much kind of negative disruption, so what we consider normal. I'm delighted to see our students in person together performing once again. However, I recognize that we can't meet the needs of everyone at this time, and so from lessons to instrument rentals to costume purchases and everything in between, we know that participation in arts programs can be a huge financial burden. So this year we have launched a conservatory education outreach fund, which we're hoping to establish to support scholarships for new families that are wanting to join our programs. Right now, our scholarships and bursaries are pretty much just for students who have been with us for 1 or more years studying, so we're hoping to establish more funding opportunities. If this is something you're interested in donating to, you can go to the Conservatory homepage. We have a donation button right now that will direct you to giving.uregina.ca/conservatory, and any donations qualify for a charitable tax receipt. So we hope through your generosity of those that you know in the community that would be interested in supporting this, we can make a big difference in the lives of a lot of other young learners. And if you're interested in supporting the fund in a different way, we also have $10 tote bags that say I Heart the Arts that are available for sale in the Student Instructor Services non-credit office for $10. Great. Sorry, I do have more. There is a second page. I'm so sorry. But just a reminder to families that there is a survey available in your child's classroom on CCE Community. If you could fill it in, let us know how we did this term. Any improvements we can make for next time. We'd love for your kids to return with us again in January for the program. Registration is open and their website is updated, so you can find the link to register there. I just wanted to highlight some special camps that we have going on for ages 11 to 14. We're running a partnership with 91.3 FM CJTR, Regina Community Radio, and kids are going to get an opportunity to create podcasts or radio plays in the winter and spring that will get broadcast on CJTR. So if that's something you think your child or child you know might be interested in, we hope they can participate. All right, but you didn't come here to hear me talk. You came here to hear them play. So I'm going to pass it over to Adrian now to get started with the performance of our new string orchestra. I think my mic just died. All right. So thank you all for joining us, and I hope you enjoy the show.
All right, how are you guys? Good, good. Thank you. All right, this is going to be a little bit more on the informal side. All right, I'm going to wing a little bit of my speech, and just a little bit of history about me. My name is Adrian Casas. I'm the conductor of this orchestra. I used to conduct this orchestra many, many years ago, back in 2010, 11. I used to conduct this orchestra, and then I had to stop for a little bit, and then I was very pleased to know that post-pandemic the group was interested in running again, so I was happy to volunteer, and I'm happy to join your kids every Monday during the lessons. Right? I am also a conductor of the University Orchestra as well, and the Regina Community Orchestra, which also rehearses here on Thursday nights, and this is the reason why I put both concerts in the same night. It's going to be a short program today, but you're welcome to stick around and watch the community orchestra. The only thing I will advise you, if you see more people coming in, then just let them have the seat after our performance. And yeah, so today we're going to start with a little short piece, and this adorable piece. It's called Barcarolle, and it's actually from an opera. See, I made my notes on it. It's from an opera, and the goal for the string orchestra is to start the kids on the rehearsal discipline that eventually will lead them to audition to places like SSY and more advanced places. So one of the things that we focus on is counting, subdividing, and watching the conductor. Right? Watching the conductor particularly might be a new experience for a bunch, for most of the students. They almost, most of the time their lessons are with a studio teacher or with a piano. And they follow the pianist or they follow the teacher. They rarely have the chance to be in a large ensemble with a conductor, right? So the next piece, Barcarolle, is in 3/4 time, is from an opera, and basically this little arrangement has a little bit of little crescendos, diminuendos. It's in 3/4 time, and yeah, it has a waltz feeling to it, and this is just to get the students used to that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 pulsing. Okay, thank you very much, and let's go with Barcarolle. I love the next piece, and they love it too. Bach Country Fiddles. So get that one for you guys. Bach Country Fiddles. All right. And this one I don't have in my iPad. This one I have it here. All right. And it's taking little quotes from Minuet in G by Bach, and then Brandenburg Concerto number 5. So these are pieces that eventually they're going to have to play sooner or later. So might as well get them used to that feeling and that Baroque feeling. But the difference is this is not too Baroque yet. Right? We're still adding a little bit of fiddle tunes here and there, and a fiddle feeling here and there. All right. It has a virtuoso feeling as well. All right, but it's not too over the top challenging that it's unplayable. So it's a lovely piece. So here is Country Fiddles. I know you don't see me smiling, but you can smile. One more from me. 1, 2, has a little bit of everything from every little tune of Christmas and a compilation of Christmas tunes. It's mostly in 4/4 time and 3/4 time, and the idea for this one is to trust your ear, know that you're doing, like the students know the tunes very well, but at the same time continue to follow and continue to count with the conductor. Okay, this is one of the last pieces that we prepared on. All right, so it's a little bit long, so stay with me, and then that's it. All right, so let's go with Christmas Suite. piece, and it worked really well. Please join me. This is what I mean. We worked really hard for an entire semester, and this is our last piece. So nice and short, nice and sweet, but with a lot of love anyway. So the next piece is Celtic Dance. So in this one, the difference with the other pieces is that it's very common harmony, very tonal, very, we know the tunes and you can follow the tunes along. So for this piece, the goal was to develop their ear more than just following a tune that they know, but actually reading the pattern and reading the music that they have in front of them. Particularly this one has, it's modal, it's not tonal. So what I mean is, rather than having a tonal center where you start on E and then you finish on E, it travels a little bit and it doesn't follow that same tension and release that tonal music follows, right? So you will hear a little bit of, it sounds almost medieval, almost Gregorian chant kind of thing, because there is not a tonal center. But they did a fantastic job just following the music and following the conductor. So here is Celtic Dance. Thank you very much, guys, and stick around for community orchestra. We're going to start within half an hour, and then go from there. Thank you very much, guys. See you next semester.